Huge Nuge outdoor adventures is a channel built around time spent deep in the wilderness, usually focused on hunting and survival. But this particular moment had nothing to do with the hunt. It was about staying alive. He had climbed up a tree to stay out of danger. A smart move in most situations, but with certain animals, even that isn't enough. He stayed still for a long time, hoping nothing would notice him. But eventually, something did. What showed up was a massive brown bear, and the moment it looked up at him, it was clear. It already knew he was there.
Hey bear. Hey bear. Down bear. Get down. Down.
Somehow, the bear stopped. It dropped back down, circled a bit, then stood there, almost like it was thinking, and then just walked away. Just like that, it was over. But that doesn't make it any less terrifying, because a bear that size doesn't need a second chance. If it really wanted to attack, there's almost nothing you can do. In this case, the bear seemed more curious than aggressive, and that's the only reason he's still here. Sometimes in the wild, survival doesn't come down to skill. It comes down to what the animal decides to do, and this time, he got lucky. Rupko Nature is a creator who spends a lot of time alone in the wilderness, often challenging himself to camp in tough conditions. Sometimes without fire, sometimes without proper shelter. This time, he found something strange on the map, a place called Viking Tomb, with almost no information and only a single photo online, and that was enough to make him want to see it for himself. He drove as far as he could, parked his car on a quiet road, and continued on foot into the woods. But before he even got far, something felt off. As he looked back, he noticed people near his car, taking photos of it, even his license plate.
That's weird. Why would they do that? That really bothered me. Why would they take pictures of my car? So, we have to head due west. When I unpacked my car, there drove a car by. They slowed down pretty much when they saw me. And just now, before I left the road into the woods, they made another round and took a picture of my license plate. Maybe it was the landowner. Maybe they thought I was a poacher. This could be private property. But as long as you behave and respect the forest, there shouldn't be any issues.
As he looked back, He noticed people near his car, taking photos of it, even his license plate they had driven by earlier, slowed down to look at him, then came back again. It didn't make sense, and it stayed on his mind as he kept walking deeper into the forest. After a long trek, he finally reached the location. The place was quiet, covered in snow, almost untouched. He set up his hammock and prepared to spend the night, but the cold started getting worse, and no matter what he did, he couldn't get warm. The temperature kept dropping, and eventually he realized staying there wasn't just uncomfortable, it was dangerous.
It's 11 o'clock, and I've been laying here for about 4 hours. The wind is really cooling down this shelter, even though I'm all tucked in, and I've got hand warmers, 4 of them. I just can't seem to get warm, so I'm just laying here shivering. I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Am I hypothermic? No, but it's really uncomfortably cold. We are going to get up, back up, and hike out in the night.
So he made the decision to leave, packing up in the middle of the night and heading back through the dark forest. When he finally reached his car, that uneasy feeling came back. This time, it wasn't just a feeling. There were fresh footprints in the snow, right next to his own.
I found her. My princess in shiny armor. Well, someone has been interested in my car. I knew there was something off. These are not my footprints. The left one is mine, and the right one is the visitor in the night. When we headed out, someone took a picture of my car. Well, maybe they're as curious as I am. Well, that's the... let's just get out of here.
The snow had been falling while he was away, which meant those prints were recent. Whoever made them had been there not long ago. Maybe while he was still out in the woods. And the worst part is, he had no idea where they were now. At that point, there was no reason to stay. He got in his car and left immediately, because sometimes it's not what you see that's the most unsettling. Jenna is someone who genuinely loves being out in the wilderness. Her channel is filled with calm, peaceful camping trips. Most of her videos feel quiet, safe, and relaxing. This trip was supposed to be no different. She found a beautiful spot out on Crown land and decided to set up a simple bushcraft camp. Just her, the forest, and her doll for company.
He's gonna be keeping me company while I'm out here alone in the woods. The river's definitely not frozen yet, so I'm walking over these logs to get across because there's a couple dead trees over there that I'm looking at taking down. Got a nice standing dead tree right here. It's a really warm day today. I'm already hot.
She got to work right away, cutting wood, setting up her shelter, moving back and forth across the river. Everything felt normal, controlled, exactly how these trips usually go. But earlier, before all of this, something had already happened. While scouting the area, a man in a white SUV pulled up near her, didn't say anything, didn't ask anything, just sat there and stared, then drove off. At the time, it didn't seem like a big deal, but then he came back. Again, he stopped, looked at her, and left. And then he came back a third time. She didn't waste time. Didn't second guess it, just packed everything as fast as she could and started heading out.
I'm not even taking the time to pack up nicely because I just want to get out of here. Goodbye to the campsite that once almost was. I don't think I left anything. Okay. Barely got everything in my bag because I didn't like fold everything properly. I'm just trying to get out of here. I have half my stuff in my food bag. It's gonna be okay. He's not here right now. Like, this is where he pulled out to. And he literally took a look at me and turned around and pulled out. But I know it was the same car. It was like a white SUV with a bag over the back of his window. And he turned around and I saw that same bag. So yeah, I'm fucking out of here. Even if that guy didn't mean any harm and he was just trying to camp here, I don't like when somebody knows where I'm camping when I'm by myself. Like, I want to be hidden and unseen, and I don't want some man to know that I'm alone in the woods. Okay. Back of the van. That was a mad dash. Luckily, it's not dark out just yet, so...
In that moment, it didn't matter what his intentions were. Maybe he was just curious. Maybe he wasn't. But that's the problem when you're alone, deep in the wilderness. You don't get the luxury of finding out. She made it back to her van safely and decided to leave before it got dark. And honestly, that was the right call, because sometimes it's not about proving something is dangerous. It's about recognizing that it could be and leaving before you find out the hard way